we are. We got the family with us.
Hey.
Headed into DSS to get David Hammond's records because Stephanie Gentry said they'd be ready in 3 to 5 days, and I believe it's been 5 days.
We are here.
Oh. What's this window? How are you, sir?
Good, how are you?
Is Stephanie Gentry available? Is there a packet of information for David Hammond? She said 3 to 5 days, and it's been 5 days.
How many kids did you say is missing in DSS custody in America?
Something like 50,000.
That they don't have no idea. You know, they put me in foster care from here. My guardian ad litem dropped me off at the Greenville Rescue Mission, and I went from the 9th grade to the Greenville Rescue Mission. Never even see my guardian ad litem one time after that, and that's when I was walking the streets in Greenville. She was eating at the Hyatt Regency.
Yeah,
True
right.
story. True story, man. That's what they did to me. Once they get you into the system, man, you're pretty much you're the gift that keeps on giving big federal money.
That's
But
right.
I never
I'm
got
curious
one.
as if they got paid more by putting your mom on the do not resuscitate order.
God, they dress up like clowns.
Someone in the legal department, please call 6050. Someone in legal department, please call 6050. Thank you.
I think they're seeing all the files that they got on me, and
They're realizing there's a problem.
there's a huge.
And so how do I make a report for elderly abuse?
You have to call the hub. I can give you the number.
Yeah, I would like to do that as well. What's happening to David's mother in that facility is absolutely wild. That's abuse at the highest level. We need to make sure that's where you report elderly abuse.
Let's go.
Yep, your one-stop shop for all elderly trafficking.
Yeah.
You know what I'd really like to get? I'd like to get how many people have they put in elderly abuse, or how many elderly cases have they handled this last year? That's something I'd love to
Well, right,
see.
you should be able, I mean, it should be full public disclosure. We should be able to get all the statistics of
Yeah.
these places. Like how many people are managing to care for people in homes, how many are being removed. And then we should also be able to get like the customer satisfaction ratings, like who feels, you know what I'm saying? But is there a public recourse?
You can get that off of Google. It's low.
Well, I agree with that. There's Google reviews, but I think more should be public. Like if I file a complaint against DSS, I think that maybe my name isn't public, but the details of the complaint should be public. At least the category of the complaint should be public.
Yeah.
Like if there's a senior facility abusing people and I make a complaint, is that just me now? And so if there's 50 people complaining about the same facility, nobody knows?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? There's some transparency that results in accountability.
The content of the complaint should be secret, but the character of the complaint shouldn't be.
Yeah, and somehow there has to be, I guarantee you there's a bunch of people complaining about that Carlisle.
Oh yeah, it's the
Senior.
fifth worst. It's the 5th worst nursing home in South Carolina.
And DSS's
With
favorite.
6.
Like it's such their favorite, they gotta ship your mom 150 miles away to go to this horrible facility.
And then tell them not to let me come see her because
Yeah.
I recorded them at the hospital.
Right, because they don't, because you
Yeah.
recorded them at the hospital.
You know, if you look like me, you're not going to get much. People are going to look at you and say, "Oh, meth head," and just move on about their day. You know, even with the videos showing how corrupt the system is, they don't barely listen. But with you having that degree, you have a lot more credibility, and that's why I'm pushing you up toward the front because, man, as long as the story gets heard, it don't matter who tells it.
That's right. Yeah, that's
And
right.
you're articulate with your words, man. I'm so happy that I'm a part of your team. I'm not trying to inflate your ego or anything, but man, it's an honor to be able.
Well, I was
to be
a
part of
privileged
it.
person for a lot of reasons, but yes, I agree. I'm the right dog for the fight.
I don't know, Stephanie's not here at the time.
We can make an appointment to come back.
Yeah, that'd be,
I mean, they said 3 to 5 days. I mean, there's an emergency. You realize, like, his mom is being abused in a facility. I know you don't care because your mom is safe at home, assuming she's alive, but his mom isn't. So imagine your mom being sedated and being abused and stuck in a home 150 miles away, and then put some kind of urgency on it, if that makes sense. So let's make an appointment for like in an hour. I think in an hour is a good time. She said 5 days. She'd have the papers ready. It's been 5 days.
We've been closed 3 days of those 5.
yeah.
What's that?
We've been closed 3 days of those 5. Tuesday, Wednesday.
But there's an emergency. I know that no one cares that David's mom is being abused and stuff, but like someone should care. It shouldn't take 3 days. It should take a day. Look through the report, realize that this man's been criminalized and he's been attacked, and that there's no evidence that suggests that he's not taking great care of his mother in his home, and get his mom returned to his house. That's the goal.
Before she dies.
Before she dies, please. They put her on a do not resuscitate. They don't even plan to save her if she tries to die.
That's the sad thing.
That's sad. They put her on do not resuscitate right after they took her from the house. That is cruel.
That's the most disgusting thing. How you could work for a company like that, man, I just couldn't.
I have David in up here when you were speaking. David? She said she just got back. She'll be up shortly.
Who's this? Is this Stephanie? All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
We're just following up to collect the papers that David
Yeah.
Hammond requested.
So not all the records are ready because not all the records are housed in this office.
Is that many of them? Is there that many? I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
I'll let Jason
Well,
ask
so
the questions. I'm an idiot.
we went and visited Glenda.
Okay.
There's a major problem.
Okay.
She's deteriorating fast. She's covered in cuts and bruises.
Okay.
I mean, that's direct abuse, and I will report the abuse to DSS. But
So is
they
she
also put
hang
her.
on, is she in a nursing home?
That's right.
Okay, so that report goes to the ombudsman's office.
Right, but right now, what we have to do is we have to clear his name.
Okay.
He's been accused of a lot of things.
Sure.
Your department has said there's no record of any investigation into him.
Yep. So
And there's
that's
no
not what I
report.
said, but I can't.
But that's
speak
what
to who-
Amber Mann said.
Okay.
In the recorded call.
Okay.
And that there's never been a finding of anything against him, is what Amber Mann says in a
So-
recorded call.
And so that's a legal case, meaning that Amber, who's the paralegal, doesn't have any legal records, meaning that we have taken a case to the family court review. Case records, that's separate, and Amber doesn't have access to those. Those are investigations, those are family preservation cases.
So
those
how
are
long is it
other
going to take you to get
cases.
all those records together?
So I have the records from this office, I don't have the records from the other offices.
So we can get those
need
records
for
today.
those-
The records from this office we can get today.
You can have what's already ready, but they're not all ready.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Let's get those.
Just
Let's,
the ones that y'all investigated me.
Yes,
on,
sir.
correct?
Yes, sir. But any other county that's investigated you,
You
we
know,
would
Brooke
have to
Johnson,
request.
This is a complete misunderstanding. And in fact, the lady that investigated this case, I don't think you know the whole truth. I haven't really had a chance to tell you as their boss what's been,
So this
I've-
is the APS case?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, I know
So-
you're not the boss for that, but the
Right.
lady that did investigate that, this
Right.
was her second swing at bat with me, because I was investigated by the same lady twice.
Okay.
The second time, on our way to the courtroom, she texted me saying if it was up to her, that my mama would come home today. This is out of her, on this phone, I can show you that text. And 20 minutes later, she changed her story while sitting on the witness stand, which there was no reason to say that, because she sent me a friend's invite on Facebook. I offered her money. She told me she was broke and that she needed money for her 2 boys, or 2 kids, 1 daughter and 1 son. And the dad was deadbeat. He wasn't doing anything for them. So I even offered her money on the 13th and told her I could give her $50 at that point, because we had a relationship going. And then this cop up at the Oconee County Hospital, he's the one who put the pressure on everybody, on all of y'all. He literally said that he's gonna make y'all.
we have a
do your job.
recording. We have a recording of Chapman saying.
Today, all I can do is tell you if you're worried about your mom.
Can we get the do
nursing
not
home.
resuscitate order
Yeah, can we
removed?
get that resuscitate thing?
I cannot.
Do not resuscitate. Why did DSS put her on the do not
So
resuscitate?
all I can do for you today is say, if you're concerned about the nursing home, call and make a report to the ombudsman's office. We do not investigate nursing.
But like, you don't even care that his mom has been taken and she's sedated on drugs. She's
can't do
covered in bruises.
anything about
But
it,
you guys
so-
did it. You can't do it
I
now
can't
because you
do
already
anything
did
about
it.
it.
You
I'm
already
with you.
took
I'm
the
listening to
woman,
you.
tortured the woman, took the man
ombudsman's
150 miles
office
away.
is who you would need to call
Right.
about that.
I mean, this is despicable organization.
The
Despicable what these people do.
Records in this
I totally agree.
office, they're ready.
She's got a pretty face.
All right, we'll be
Do
patient.
you have an ID?
Yes.
Okay, so let me see your ID.
I don't want to show it.
Well, no, you
Can't
gotta
give
get
you
you
the
gotta get the
records
records. They
without
can't
the
give you
ID.
records without. It's fine.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna come and I'll give you the records through there.
And when are the rest of the records gonna be ready?
So I can't answer that because they're not in my control.
And what's the next step in getting her
Person's
removed from the
control.
old folks home and back to his house where she belongs?
So that's a family court decision.
No, because I'm not even allowed to testify in family court.
That's a court order and I can't change a court order. That's a
A
court order.
fraudulent court order. I mean, what was the complaint
So
against
I'm gonna go
him?
get
Like, have
your
you read
records.
this court? Have you read this court report?
I'm
No
gonna go get your
complaint was
records.
made against David in the whole
And then I'll
court
give you the
hearing.
number for the
How is his
ombudsman's
house inappropriate when no
Have you ever
report
been
was even made?
investigated by
I'll be
DSS?
right back.
Has anybody ever been investigated by DSS here that works here?
No, they don't do that.
I'm like,
Yeah.
that's way too thin now.
And that, so you're saying this is everything you have on him?
This is what I have in my office.
And that's the Oconee office? That's everything?
Records. And then this is the information on how to make a report about a nursing home.
What is there anything in there? Well, do you realize how many times they've been to his house and all the videos and all the accusations of crimes that he committed?
That is the records that have been authorized to be released to you. And that's all I have for you today.
So you're saying there's more records that are not authorized to be released to him?
I don't have all the records in my office today. That is what I can give you today.
But are there records that you have that are not authorized for his release?
Those are the records I can give you today.
So you're not even gonna say, you're just gonna bury everything to protect these dirtbags?
Those are the records I can give you today.
Don't talk to me, talk to him. I'm an idiot.
They're your
Trust me.
records. And they
What you guys do here is so wrong. This is a good man. David Hammond right here, this is a good man. And you took his mother to a place where she's being abused 150 miles away. Oh my God, this is disgusting. You don't even care, do you? You're just so happy that the money went to someone that isn't him.
That's the number you can
Right.
call about leaving some nursing home. Those are the records I can
If you had any courage, you would stand up against the corruption you're well aware of.
That's all I have.
You're well aware of the corruption that's happening here. You know it. You know it.
She's a coward.
We are leaving DSS, and Miss Gentry, Stephanie Gentry, has given us these forms here. Neglect of David. The home has been found to be clean with no signs of feces or roaches in home. So there was a false report made that his house was dirty. It clearly isn't. Let's go to the next page. Here's their next report. Category 2, unfounded report. Another report made that DSS determines is unfounded. Let's go to the next report. Sexual behavior is expected for his age. This is David's child who's nonverbal autistic, acting out at school in a very mild way, right? Unfounded. Let's go to the next page. Again, another report, category 2, unfounded report. Let's go to the next page. Let's get focus on that. The father is meeting the needs of the child's physical needs. Another unfounded report. And I believe that brings us back to the beginning. Do we have one more? Oh, we might have one more. And again, a report. Category 2, unfounded report. Unfounded. There's not a single founded report against this gentleman, and they took his mother from his house 150 miles away and put her in a nursing home where she's being abused and put on a do not resuscitate order. If anyone wants to know what DSS does, this is what they do.